The American Angus Association has introduced a voluntary inventory-based reporting system that provides an innovative way to capture reproductive trait data and provide American Angus producers with additional information to make effective selection decisions. Now, earlier, the association's Bill Bowman sat down with Crystal Albers to discuss the program.
Today in the studio we have Bill Bowman, Chief Operating Officer of the American Angus Association. And Bill's here to talk to us today about the new PathfinderPlus program. Thanks for joining us, Bill.
Thanks, Crystal.
Why don't you start out by telling us a little bit about the new program and how producers can utilize it?
Okay. Well, I think first, for a little background, we always have done a really good job of characterizing Angus genetics for various traits of economic importance, and so I think PathfinderPlus is really an answer to our breeders in the industry in a desire to reach out and grab data for additional traits, specifically in the areas of reproduction and fertility, longevity. And so the PathfinderPlus program was really designed to help us capture some valuable data that'll aid us in really enhancing the genetic evaluation of some of those traits.
Okay, so how does the PathfinderPlus program, say, differ than the traditional AHIR means that producers have been using for the last 50-some years?
Well, PathfinderPlus, as we said, is a completely voluntary program, so we'll have some breeders that are very interested in capturing this data that's going to be important in fertility measures. And so they can evaluate if they want to keep the additional records, and again, looking at heifer pregnancy information and disposal codes are the primary pieces there. The other benefit to PathfinderPlus is when I submit my weaning data, I also will get EPDs back for calving ease direct, birth weight, and weaning weight on my entire calf crop, whether they're registered at that time or not, for aid in selection. And so that may be an enticement for some breeders to use the program really to capture that information to help them decide the animals that they will ultimately register. But on the other hand, if you've grown accustomed to using the AHIR program, maybe you submit data on your calves different times of the year, have multiple calving seasons, it may be simpler to keep using the traditional program. And so we want to allow breeders to use really whatever fits their needs the most.
Okay. Are there disposal codes as well with the PathfinderPlus program? Tell us about how that works.
Yeah, for each female that's enrolled in your herd, during that year you would either need to report a calf on that cow, birth record, or then ultimately weaning records on that cow's calf for the year. If that cow was moved to a different breeding season, you would report that information. Or if you'd ultimately sold that cow or disposed of her, we want to know what happened to her, why she was disposed of. And that information becomes very important as we look at traits like stayability or longevity measures. You'll be able to now go online and start in the program, and when you officially enroll in the program, that becomes your anniversary date from that point forward. So annually then you would go back in and clean up your inventory and pay your fees for your cow herd at that time.
Okay, well great. Well, thank you for joining us today and giving us a rundown of the PathfinderPlus program. If you'd like to learn more information about the PathfinderPlus program, visit angus.org or watch future episodes of the Angus Report. Thank you very much, Bill.
Thank you.